Hello everybody, I'm a little bit of a mess today. Sorry about that. Um, I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to the Needlessly Complicated XIV stream. I'm Ari. We are going to be doing all the quests, all the jobs, just like we do 2 days a week. Just checking. Some of my information is incorrect in the progress. Let me fix that real quick. Yeah, as you might have noticed, I'm a little bit messy today. I think we got Rogue to 15, and Arcanist is at 14. Done. Alright. So, now that we're here, let's jump into it. Yeah, it's been a freaking day. It's been a week, guys. It's been a week. I don't have the required. Well then, root of it. Okay, so last time on Needlessly Complicated 14, we were here in Lenosha. We are in Western Lenosha, picking up quests so that we can finally get our Arcanist and our Marauder to level 15 and move on with the MSQ. So we've done this quest, however, we cannot turn it in until we're level 15. Let's see. So Wake of Destruction. Report. So we finished that. We finished Like Cats and Dogs. Except, did we? We did. Okay. And so we just have to do Leaves of Aleport right now. This is a level 15 as well to turn in. Oh, geez. Okay. Carry on a preliminary task. So it's tail in tow. Memoroon wants us to walk him somewhere. I see him on screen. All right. I hope you're all doing well. Hi, robotic humanoid. Yeah, I'm a bit messy today. Yeah. So, early the night before last, my cat decided, you know what would be a grand idea? To wake you up by sneezing in your face. And then, late last night, you know what would be a great idea? To boop you back while you are sleeping. She put her full paw on my nose and just booped. Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad. Okay, we're going to initiate this. Uh-oh. Recommended level? Confirm. Uh-oh. Okay, so we opened the thing. Kind treasure keeper. Adventure keeps Memoroon safe. So I have to go ahead of him, don't I? We have to go ahead of him. But yes, my cat is being a freaking problem. And she's real good at it. But we're talking about it today because my cat. I love her to death. But she is a goober. Oh, come on. I was trying to do a thing. So, robotic humanoid, have you been able to play since finishing up Heavensward? Why don't I fight the cat? Oh, trust me. I have a very well-used squirt bottle. Live streamed a fight for the internet. I think the internet's seen enough live streams of things. I'm not gonna get into it. Oh, I'm dying. I should probably... Hey, maybe this guy should die. Hey. God. What is it with this stupid fate? Did Memoroon already die? Do I have to talk to Memoroon? This is terrible. I have not played since. I joined a free company and people were mean and now I don't want to play. Oh, that sucks! I'm so sorry. Yeah, when a free company is mean, that's just... It's just so crappy. I'm sorry you're having to deal with that. Memoroon, how the hell? Memoroon, how do I make you go forward? Oh, I have to use the beckon emote. That's right. This is so dumb. Okay, so social emotes. No, not that one. Okay, we are going to put it on the 0. I'm so sorry that you didn't get a good free company, though. That's just always the worst. Okay. Oop. Am I not close enough? Oh, I have to select him directly. You've been playing AoE 4? I don't know what that is, unfortunately. What is AoE 4? I play literally no games. Except this one and Stacklands. Age of Empires. Okay. I know Age of Empires. I don't play Age of Empires, but I know of it. Age of Empires 2 is your jam? It always looked really cool, and I always felt way too incompetent to actually, like, do anything. Uh-oh. That's the wrong one. I beckoned the wrong one. And I can't hit him, so come on, Memoroon. And I still can't hit this man. Stacklands is good. I really enjoyed playing Stacklands, and then I 100%ed it the other day because I am a goober. It was really fun, and like it was that like one final thing that I got so hung up on, and it's just like, how do I get the dog? How do I get the dog? But I figured it out, which was really cool. Okay, Memoroon, come on. Memoroon is safe. Sparklies are safe. Should Memoroon share Sparklies? Yeah. I did the thing. Yes, I'll return to airport. My brain is jelly. I played Stacklands into the wee hours, and my brain is just mush. I'm on night like 108 or no, it's way more than that. It's like 140 because that's when I finally got the dog and won. Do I have to turn in the thing and then turn in the quest? Is that how this works? Cannot complete quest. Fine. What else is nearby? You should stream that one day. I'd be interested to see it in action. Yes, I would love to, Seki, and hello. It's good to see you. Yeah, I'm thinking that, well, by Friday, we will have reached 1 full month of this stream. It seems crazy that it's already been that long, but also it feels like I've been doing this forever, which is, I'm enjoying it for sure. Oh, you mentioned AoE too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm totally on top of it today, Seki. Can't you see? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm mushy-brained, and for some reason, even though I have like easy read colors on, both your names are coming up red in my chat. It's okay, you defended me this morning from the bullies. Yeah! Really though, they were not being kind, and I was displeased. You don't mess with the sweet potato. But yes, we are coming up on 1 month, and for 1 month, I was thinking that I would, on occasion, do non-14 stuff on Sundays. So that way we kind of keep 14 to the days that are on the schedule, but have occasional fun extras on Sunday. You're blue now! That makes it so much easier. Thank you, Seki. But yeah, I would love to play Stacklands on stream. It was just so much fun, and also just like it's challenging in a way that you really don't expect, because it can be very slow build up, and then all of a sudden you're fucking dead. And you just don't know how it happened, except that you do. It was probably a bear. Or a giant rat. Alright, so Marauder is the last one we need to get to 15 before we continue MSQ stuff. Also, I did want to mention that in light of the events of this weekend, I do have my bot timer set up to provide links to 2 separate charities instead of my usual social media links. So let me send those now. Charity 1 and Charity 2. Alright, I did want to mention that before I forgot, because it's important. People need looking after in these really tough times, and I want to do what I can, you know? It's not much, but hopefully it helps. And, like, if you're not able, or, like, it would put you in a bad financial situation, I would like to say right off the bat, I never encourage it, nor will I encourage spending or donating money that would put you in a bad way by giving it up. But if you're willing and able to help, like, these people are hurting. Apparently my name is also read in the chat. What is going on? One reason you want to get the job is to do your part. Yeah, I am so with you there. It always hurts my heart when I can't help. So, yeah, I do what I can when I can. And that's gotta be enough. But the links are also up on my Twitter. I have that going as well. So, Twitter's been interesting. I'm trying to post every day just so that I can, like, show people that I exist, because otherwise how are they gonna know? Twitch isn't the easiest place to find streamers, according to everything I've heard, which I find fascinating. It's like, this is the platform on which you are doing your stuff. Why can't you be found very easily? And it's just like, you have to search by name. And even then, sometimes there's a lot of people with similar or the same names. Am I done with the stupid pelicans? No? I hate these things. But yeah, it's just like, nothing ever happens at a good time. And especially things that are financial. Seki knows this, but yesterday I sat down in my chair and it freaking broke. It freaking broke. And I was super displeased. So the infamous squeaky chair is no more. It is in a pile of splinters. And it made me feel really self-conscious about myself. But I am currently using an even squeakier chair, for which I oh my god! Go away! What are these? So that's where my money had to go, unfortunately, is to replace the squeaky chair that broke under the weight of my awesomeness. The chair I am getting is pretty dang fancy, though. I'm excited to have a properly nice chair. Like, I've been sitting in a dining chair instead of an office chair or a desk chair for like 8 years. I think it's about time. I think it's about time that I have a nice chair for myself. But it's also like, well, it costs money, like at all, which is a thing in low supply for me. It's hard to take care of your needs sometimes, and just, it's hard to not feel a little bit guilty about taking care of your needs sometimes. I really dislike that about the world we live in. Okay, lower, lower, western, so fat dodo, lower, western, that's over by the dodos. I need another puck hatchling. And killer mantis and wild wolf is upper. So killer mantis is over here. No, I don't want to be part of this fate. It's stupid. But yes, in the past weekend, I've been shocked, I've been sad, I've been self-conscious, and I've been booped in the fucking face by my cat in the middle of the night and also sneezed on. It's been a whirlwind. So today we're just getting back to the MSQ as quickly as possible, getting these quests done, turned in, and move on. That is what we're doing today. Where is the little monstrosity anyway? Important things to know. Okay, she is not sitting in her bed. She is sitting 2 feet to the left of her bed on a hard surface. Sometimes life keeps hitting you in the face without ending, but good days will come. I appreciate the encouragement, because yeah, it really does just sometimes feel like it just doesn't stop, and I would like it to. So in the meantime, we are going to enjoy what we can while trying not to take it for granted, and help where we're able. And also hit these things in the face. What on earth? Like, some of these Final Fantasy creatures really do just like, I get up close and it's just like, why are you so spooky? Why you exist? Please stop. And then I make it so they don't exist anymore. Alright. Firefly should finish up parts of the hunt log while also finishing up level 15. Why is this? Oh, it's a level 19. Maybe I should not. This is very interesting. I don't recognize this. I don't think I ever did any quests over here, so it's a bit weird. I don't know what's going on. What's going on here? I've wondered if you was affrighted. A man is usually in battle. I think I fought enough to say so. But if I was to know, like you did, that there was no living left, would I be more afeared or less? I see. That is... So this is a grave. A very big grave. And it appears to be for someone from the Maelstrom. Okay. So we are going to head back. We're going to try to avoid yet another fate. Why do they keep following me? I don't want any of that. At least we've got this lovely purple sky to look at, with green stars. Okay, so Wicked Destruction. I do need to turn that into the Marauders Guild, and I can't turn in leaves until I'm level 15. Okay, so turning in the Marauder quest will probably get us to the appropriate level, so I'm just going to turn these in on Arcanist because it's the lowest level 15 that we got right now. Lowest EXP, that is. Ah, you're back. What can you tell me of Rakantai's dealings? She claims to be a victim as well? Humph. It was her greed that brought the Curials to Vilbrand, and she is sorely mistaken to think the Yellow Jackets will turn a blind eye. Mark my words, she will be held accountable. At any rate, we know why the Curials and Jackals are trying to tear each other to shreds. The pirates have been quite careful not to leave any clues, but we've managed to capture Rakantai's assailants. They're being questioned as we speak, and it won't be long before we track down the pirates. Don't worry, friend. The Yellow Jackets will see them brought to justice. In the meantime, there is still the matter of Rakontai and the beasts running amok in the fields. I shudder to think what may happen should the Jackals and Kuriles continue fighting for much longer. I have a plan, but your assistance is essential to its success. Let me know when you are ready to begin. Okay, so we're going to pick up this quest, and then we're going to move on, because we need to get to the MSQ. 2? Oh wait, this is how you get the wolf pup and the little Kuriel kitten. I've been trying to figure out how to get these things forever. Rakontai has admitted to breeding jackals for pirates, but I fear she may be concealing more to be smuggled elsewhere. I bid you speak with her once more to prove my suspicions true. If she wishes to play the role of victim, perhaps this time she will be more forthcoming with information. Tell her that although we cannot grant her impunity, her cooperation will ensure a lighter sentencing. And the Kuriel kitten! Now then, we need to do something about the Kuriles running wild in Vilbrand. Jackals have greatly reduced their numbers, but the presence of Kuriles will upset the balance of predation in Aleport. Given time, they will establish a breeding population and perhaps even prey upon more than just animals. A large number of merchant sailors and travelers pass through Aleport daily, meaning a great many people will be at risk unless we stop the Kuriles here and now. As much as it pains me to say this, they must be done away with. I like this no more than you, but we Yellow Jackets must put the safety of the people above all else. Reports indicate that Kuriles were last sighted somewhere in the Skull Valley. When you are ready, pray seek them out and do what needs to be done. Okay. Morbid, but hey, it means that I'm finally going to get these 2 minions that I've been wanting to have forever. Okay, so Arcanist is still the lowest EXP of the level 15s. Completed the task, have you? Then you need only collect your reward. I did. I reckon you're tough enough to take on the rest of me leaves. Aleport's an important hub for trade in the region, and there's no shortage of tasks to be had. I look forward to seeing you make a difference here, adventurer. Complete. Sweet. That's not the button. That's the button. Okay, Aleport leaves unlocked. We are going to head back to Limsa to turn in job quests. 3 minutes and 30 gil. Seems reasonable. I could have just pressed return, couldn't I? I did set up Limsa. I never actually used the return button. I don't even know why it's on my hotbar because I use it so little. It's just something I never think about because I'm constantly bouncing around the map. Alright. I get why they didn't continue leaves, but I always found it cool to find random gear and weapons doing it. Yeah, like, I kind of like some of the leaves, but not all of them. They do have the different hunts. I don't really know what to refer to them as. They do have those in every expansion that I've seen. I haven't come across the ones for Endwalker yet, but they do have them, and I appreciate that. It's something that I didn't really start taking advantage of until I was trying to level a character from 60 to 86 in order to be able to not be using a max level character in Endwalker on my main. But I do find it interesting. They've got all these cool systems. The problem is this game is so big, which, I mean, hey, that's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing all the quests, all the jobs, because this game is enormous and so many people don't get to see all of it. It's so big. It's so big, and there's so many quests and there's so much story that people don't get to see because people are trying to get through the main scenario quest to oftentimes get to where their friends are so that they can play together, because this is a very social game, as well as being a very story-heavy game. Like, I do appreciate that you are able to do all of the jobs on a single character. I love that aspect of it, and I love that it does provide a way to be doing all of these quests without being so incredibly overleveled for all of them. But there's so many more efficient ways to do it, such as with the leveling roulettes and other duty roulettes. So it's just like, there's just so much that, again, people usually don't see unless they go looking for it. I don't know, I'm just really passionate about side quests, I guess. I wouldn't be here doing this challenge run if I weren't. But we're getting back into Limsa. We're going to turn in the Marauder job so we get it to 15, and then we're continuing the MSQ. Because even though I just said that, like, working exclusively on the MSQ can be somewhat of a problem, I also really want to get to the next part so that we can go to Ul'dah. I am both people. Okay. And we are heading to the Marauders Guild to turn in that one. Ul'dah. I know, it's very monochromatic, but it does have a very interesting story. Like, it's also frustrating, but which of these major cities isn't frustrating, to be honest? Limsa's not bad. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in the wake of Kujata's rampages. To face Kujata himself, you yet require far more training, but do not despair, Arietta. As Axemaster and fellow Marauder, this I swear, I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon, until the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide, the most knotted muscle, the dentist bone. This menace will fall by your hand. Let's see. Mine is better. Mine is better for the hat. It's the same. And mine is better. So we'll take the money. Da da da! Sorry, I got a phone call. Let me get back to the stream manager on my phone. What about Ishgard, Seki? They're all terrible there too. Like, I love the Heavensward story. However, Ishgard, full of jerks. Okay, so excuse me. We're just gonna make sure all of our gear for all of our peoples is upgraded to the highest possible. Okay, and we'll just check these as well. I'm sure I did, but I want to make sure. Haha. Okay, and bread. Okay, so we are going back to Marauder so that we can pick up this quest. It seems you have been diligent in your training. You need not tell me in words, it shows in your bearing, your unwavering gaze. It is time for you once more to lift your axe in service to the guild. There have been reports of a sizable creature roaming the outskirts of Aleport in western Lenosha. This monster is no Kujata, but the threat it presents to the locals is nonetheless sufficient to warrant our attention. It should also prove a worthy foe to test your burgeoning prowess. How will you find this beast? Well, I am fortunate enough to count among my acquaintances a veteran hunter and an archer by the name of Rainfred. He took up residence in Aleport some years ago and will gladly aid you in his task. With Rainfred's assistance, you are to track down this prowling danger and provide it swift and bloody passage into the afterlife. May your asks swing true. Okay, so we are going to Arcanist to turn in and get that quest. So, Arcanist Guild. Oh, did I already pick up? I shouldn't have been able to pick up the next level 15, or have I not done it yet? Yeah, it's right there. Maybe I was just on the wrong map to be able to see it. Okay. And sorry for the chair squeaking. You seem tired, Arietta. Are you sleeping properly? One's reasoning can't suffer without sufficient rest and recuperation. Acting Guildmaster, why you gotta call me out like this? Should you deem yourself fit for duty, pray make your way down to the practice floor. Foreseer Clythia has requested you accompany her on another official inspection. There is, however, a requirement for your participation. The Foreseer will explain the situation. That will have to wait. And ROG. We go to Fisherman's Guild. Silly little shorts. Oh hey, it's like us, but brighter colors. Okay. Alright, everyone, say it with me. I'm going to hydrate. Grab some water. Okay. Arietta, just the mort I was hoping to see. We've some nasty trouble brewing. The client's on his way, so sit tight and pay attention. I'm calling Underfoot and the Stray in on this one as well. It'll be a right little rogue family reunion. Ooh, cutscene. I love the rogue quest line. Or what I've seen of it so far. Jack, the client's arrived. Our guest here is come from the Maelstrom Command with confidential orders direct from the Admiral herself. So you know this won't be a simple job. I'm afraid your guildmaster speaks truly. 'Twas several days ago when an emaciated man stumbled into one of our camps seeking aid. Upon questioning the poor fellow, we discovered he had narrowly escaped a life of slavery. He claimed that pirates had raided his village, abducted him and many others to sell on the black market auction block. We dispatched a patrol to confirm the tale and found the village almost completely destroyed. 'Twas a meager settlement, without so much as a guardhouse. Thus did its unkind fate escape our notice until now. You'd think these pirates never heard of the code. Pillaging honest culls and dipping their wicks in the slave trade? They're headed the right way for a good stabbing. Aye, though it ain't set down in so many wids, the code's notoriously unforgiving against those as raise weapons against the weak. After all, the first pirates in these parts were culls that was fleeing oppression in the northern seas. Ignore your history and you're risking becoming what it was you hated most. So, you've a mark for us then? That we do. From the descriptions given to us by the escaped villager, we were We've determined that these lawbreakers are members of the Jolly Merchants, a pirate crew in possession of an official privateering license. 'Twould appear, however, that privateering has been naught but a screen behind which to hide their illicit activities. One can only imagine how many other lamented citizens have fallen prey to these wicked slavers. And we've let it happen right under our very noses. Naturally, the Admiral desires a swift resolution to this ignominy. But merely tracking down those poor souls who have already been sold is proving heavily taxing on our allocated resources. We could throw more soldiers at the problem, but that runs the risk of drawing the small folks' attention and inciting undue panic. Thus do we come to the Rogues Guild for help. We ask that you eliminate the Jolly Merchants and liberate the villagers presently in their custody, and that you do so with the utmost discretion. Consider it done. When those nasty coves will feel our short blades pricking into their backs, they'll enjoy a brief moment of regret afore the code is rightly enforced. All right, let's get to work. I'll be going after the Jolly Merchants myself. Underfoot, Vikebe, you two lend your skills to the Maelstrom's investigation and see what you can whittle about the culls of what have already been sold. Arietta, you're coming with me. I think you're ready for the next step of your education. Alright, we will be doing this much later, unfortunately. So, because now, we start going after the MSQ again. Okay, so, Marauder is still the lowest EXP. We go with Marauder. MSQ! We're going to Ul'dah! We're going to Ul'dah! Ah, almost ran into the water. Because I was not paying attention. Okay. Aetheryte Plaza. Loading screen, loading screen, loading screen. It's been really slow lately. I need to figure out what's going on with that. Xanthil? Greetings, madam, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal and the missive you carry. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please step this way. Be careful in Ul'dah. Those Alamegan savages will take all your gil you got in a flash. I don't worry about the Alamegans. They're just... Oh. Oh. Big Wife is speaking. Sorry. No, we can't interrupt Big Wife.
I did not expect the Gridanian envoy to be an adventurer. It speaks highly of your character that the Elder Seedseer would choose an outsider to represent her nation's interests. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from the Black Shroud?
A memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was in answer to the imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew, but Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nael van Darnus, Hell's Taken, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and cast it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to the Cartano Flats, and there met with the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louis was still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. Wait, no, so if you start in other cities, they actually explain the fight? I feel like if you start in Limsa, they don't mention this. They kind of do. I think it's if you start in Limsa, it's Raban who actually talks about it. But, like, yeah, Limsa was still a little shy on the details if you started there. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. You feel like Raoban doesn't mention it as clearly as she did. That is also very true, yeah. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short and none will save us save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Aye, Kane Senna has the right of it. I accept her proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see that the Elder Seedseer receives my reply. You traveled next to Ul'dah, yes? Yep. We're going to Ul'dah! We're going to Ul'dah! Pray give my regards to General Raoban. Oh, and tell him the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Arietta. May the navigator guide you on your journey. We're going to Ul'dah! We're going to Ul'dah! Okay. Lift attendant. Airship landing. We're going to Ul'dah! We're going to Ul'dah! Finally! It's the one we picked! So mad it didn't let us. Oh! That Mikote looks like a paler version of my main character. Okay. Greetings, madam. This counter is for passengers traveling to Ul'dah. A pleasure to serve you again, madam. Are you ready to board the airship to Ul'dah? Yes. I don't know why that's her voice. I tripped over my words and just went with it. Yes, please. Yes, please. Gangplank. We're going to Ul'dah! We're going to Ul'dah! And I hit my headphones, sorry. Hooray! At least my armor will fit in there. Silly as it is. It does look very impressive when you're coming in on the airship. And then you get here and you're like, how do I navigate anything? It is a maze. All right. Once this loads, we're gonna put on our level 1 gear. Well, that's a neat ninja outfit. Okay, so friendship circlet stays. Let's put on the Leonhardt gear. Yeah. We look very stylish. Look at our stylishness. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Can't words. Also, hubba hubba. Yes, my character does look very nice in the clothes. Okay. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. We have been expecting you. Flame General Raubon will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Please take the lift down to the Houston Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. How about I don't do that and instead skip it for all the other stuff? How do I leave? I want to go away. Haha. Let's start with the Houston Strip. And the chair will squeak as we resituate ourselves. Lift attendant giving us the side eye. Okay. Ethernet shard. I'm gonna pull up the map for this one. Oh, hey. Look at that. We already have some quests. Look at the quests. Fear the quests. This is not the way to get there, is it? How do I get to the quests? Ah! So many stairs. I would die. I live in an upstairs apartment. However, like, that is just way too many to get literally anywhere in this city. Your roof is broken. Okay. Ah, an adventure, one of my favorite kinds of people. I find your unquenchable thirst for exploration neatly complements the burning hunger for sagacity that marks our dedicated members. Welcome to the Alchemist Guild. Though I hesitate to define alchemy in such narrow terms, our main field of expertise is in the concoction of various potions and elixirs. There are salves to treat all manner of afflictions, not to mention miraculous libations that enhance the imbiber beyond her natural physical abilities and limits. I can use words. I can read what he's saying. Join the Alchemist Guild. Paperwork? What do you mean paperwork? I don't have time for paperwork. Neither does your boss. He never stopped for paperwork. Excellent. Then allow me to introduce you to our guildmaster. Gaining his approval is the last test you must pass before becoming a full member of the guild. You will find Guildmaster Severian, tending to his experiments at his personal workbench. I must warn you, he is rather intense. Pray choose your words with care. Okay. But first we'll get this quest. Hello, Aelwyn. Yes, yes, yes! Alas, my work is complete. Mark my words, this formula will revolutionize alchemy as we know it. With just a sip of this tonic, even raging fevers will be instantly extinguished. But I must needs test it, adventurer. While I produce more, I bid you take this batch to the Pearl Lane, to a man there named Landbert. He is trusted by the other refugees. Persuade this Landbert to take my tonic and give it to his people. I require nothing in exchange. After all, if it is truly effective, it will be a tremendous boon to the advancement in the alchemic arts and mankind at large. Yeah, okay. What? What is it this time? Ah, you must be the merchant's lackey come to bring me my imp wings. Let's have them then. Not a lackey? An aspiring alchemist, you say? Speak up and pray that I heard you awry. Are you an aspiring alchemist? Yes. Did that dabbling fool Dietrich send you to me? I specifically requested that I be disturbed for nothing less than a coming of the second calamity. Do I appear as a kindly mentor to you? My research demands my absolute and undivided attention. Now begone before I am forced to... But wait. Perhaps I can... Yes, you may be the very assistant I require. I have had a change of heart. Congratulations. I approve your application to the guild. It is with great pleasure that I will welcome you, a fellow seeker of knowledge, into the fold. We can dispense with the interminable initiation ceremony. Yes, here is your first alembic. Try not to drop it, for there is much work to be done. Yes, much work. Okay. Alchemist. And we do this, and we do this, and we do this. Where is alchemist? It is right before culinarian. Alright. Close. Ah, I see you managed to take hold of the alembic without injuring yourself. An auspicious beginning! Let us see if we can continue this trend of unexpected success. For your first lesson, I want you to use your weathered alembic there to make me a bottle of distilled water. Distilled water is simply the end result of purifying a murkier sample of life's most vital element. As such, it provides the perfect introduction to one of alchemy's most fundamental processes, taking a material and refining it to a purer form. To perform this rudimentary exercise, you shall require a pail of muddy water and a water shard. The impure water can be purchased from the supplier standing near the entrance of the guild. The name momentarily escapes me. Esmenet? Yes, that was it. If it happens that you find the basic test beyond your abilities, then mayhap alchemy is not the discipline for you, which would be quite upsetting, as I detest the thought of having to select a new assistant. Try not to disappoint me. Yeah, okay. But first, we have more jobs and quests to pick up, so you're gonna have to wait crazy. I do love all of the very eccentric personalities of all of the different guild masters. Like, none of them are actually normal in any capacity at all, ever. Okay. Oh, look at all those quests. Let's circle back over here. Look at all those gifts. Okay. Genevieve. Ah! What have you done? Your kind has no business to even look at a lady such as I. Such shocking, unbelievable insolence. And now look at how my gil is scattered across the ground. Pick it up right this instant. Fucking sure. Maybe you should hold on to it better. See, the people here are just as, if not more, rude than the people in Gridania. I dislike them. Okay, Genevieve. My guild, now! And there'd better be naught missing. A faint aroma of prosperity can be detected on this freshly minted gill. It appears to be everything. What are you still staring at? Are you expecting some kind of reward? The insolence, humph! Yeah, give me your frickin' money, jerk. Okay, how do I get down? Because I'm pretty sure the quests are down. Can I jump? This takes me out to the steps of Nald, which is not what I want. And that takes me outdoors, so this must be how you get to the Gladiators Guild. Excellent. Okay. Have you come to wish me luck? I appreciate the thought, but there's no need to worry. What? You don't know who I am? I'm the next biggest thing that's coming to the Colosseum. Zazariku is my name, and you'll be hearing all about my exploits in the coming days. I've even thought of a title for myself, the Garnet Gladiator. Which reminds me, I've yet to collect the circlet I commissioned from the Goldsmiths Guild. You wouldn't mind picking it up for me, would you? Chore Simulator. Carried your arse in here looking for work, eh? Well, you're in luck. Just so happens I've a deed that needs doing. Wild ladybugs have been wreaking bloody havoc on the outskirts of town. Something in the air of late's made them ornerier than an aurochs in rut. Ain't much for fighting on their own, but in numbers they're more than a match for any merchant who's seen more days at the tent than he has on the battlefield. Well, what'll it be? Fancy putting down 4 or so of the bloody buggers, or don't ye? Yeah, okay. Welcome to the Gladiators Guild adventure. Here, our members train tirelessly with sword and shield so that their names might one day be writ in legend. Was that a flash of interest in your eyes? If you wish to study swordplay, know that admission to the guild is free of charge. Yes. I had marked you as a woman of action. I am pleased to see that I was not wrong. Now, while you may be familiar with the deadly dance of battle, you're new to us and must begin at the beginning. If you would take your place in these hallowed halls, you must be willing and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not far worse. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there is no other way if you mean to take to the blood sands one day. And why wouldn't you? The Colosseum is only the most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Ul'dah. Where else could a man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim a seat on the syndicate? There's not an Ul'dah alive who isn't inspired by the rise of the self-made man. And there is no truer embodiment of that dream than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with his sword. Throughout its long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. If you desire true glory, to fight and triumph midst the roar of 10,000 voices, then this is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it. Think of your legacy. And if your soul stirs, join us. Yeah, okay. What'll it be? What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in legend, or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? Yeah, sure. A decision you shan't regret. One moment. Make way for Arietta Stormstrike. Fresh meat coming through. Now then, before your enrollment can be considered complete, you must present yourself to First Sword Mila. Seek her out and obtain her approval. God, it's just like high school. I heard Lulutsu, so you're Arietta Stormstrike. 'Tis a good, strong name. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I am Mila, Guildmaster here. So you wish to study our arts. I presume you have reason for choosing the sword over all other weapons. Perhaps you think it's the easiest to learn. A sword is a simple weapon, but to wield the blade is anything but simple. For every Colosseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Bear in mind that before you answer me, Arietta, for I do not ask this question lightly, have you the strength to live by the sword, and, if it be your fate, die by it? Have you the strength to live by the sword? Yeah, sure. Then welcome, gladiator, to your new home. Take this sword. There are many like it, but this one is yours now. Consider it a gift if you like. Now wear it on your hip as I do and show me you are ready to begin your training. Yeah, okay. Dun, da, da. And now we trade it for a sword. Give me sword. Okay. Sword. And gladiator is number 1. So we'll put it in number 1. Very good. Heh, amazing what a difference a sword can make. Your expression, your posture, you're already brimming with confidence. Let's see if that confidence is warranted, shall we? Just outside the gates of Ul'dah you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each and return here when finished. Oh, and use your sword, Arietta. I'm a gladiator and I aim to train you as one. Now go. All right. And we already got this Aethernet shard. So now... Uh-oh. Oh, there they all are. Okay. I had a moment. Okay. I do not have the goldsmiths yet. Okay. Oh, we need to remove these. I hate that they give it to us every single time. A small piece of parchment detailing an order from for a gaudy circlet. Zazariku circlet. Just a moment, miss. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. I'm afraid crafting the circlet to Zazariku's exact specifications has proven somewhat difficult. We ran out of garnets halfway through our work, and we're still waiting on the next shipment. I hate to impose, but would you explain the situation to Crooked Haft at the Miners Guild? My records indicate that he was supposed to deliver the gemstones yesterday. Mayhap it slipped his mind. Well, after this conversation. Good evening to you, adventurer, and welcome to the Goldsmiths Guild. Have you come to observe our artisans at work? Indeed, it is a marvel to watch goldsmiths transform raw metals and uncut gemstones into sparkling rings, earrings, and necklaces, some of which possess magical properties no less. You know, if you like to try your hand at goldsmithing, this guild is open to adventurers like yourself. No prior experience is required, for we teach all you need to know about the craft. Would you be interested? Yes. It pleases me greatly to hear you say so. So, as the first step, I would have you understand the purpose of our guild. The vast mineral resources of Thanalin here give rise to a grand goldsmithing tradition which has been refined through the ages. Our techniques are renowned across the realm, and our creations held in the highest regard. However, we have esteemed lapidaries, the premier source of Ul'dah jewelry. We're not content to rest on our laurels. Seeking to advance our craft, we turned our eyes to the east, the only place in the known world whose goldsmithing was said to rival our own. We built the finest facilities to beckon their masters hither, and blended their foreign techniques with ours. Our guild quickly became the center of Eorzean goldsmithing. Aye, here you shall benefit from the refined wisdom of countless veteran craftsmen. You will learn to see the potential in your materials and shape them to your will. These are essential skills, for a goldsmith must hone his eyes to identify and appraise all manner of materials and, when needs be, recognize imitations for what they are. It is even said that a master goldsmith can ascertain the authenticity of a man himself. You may one day come to possess such vision, but even the most magnificent jewels begin life as a rough-hewn stone. It must first be cut and polished before it can delight in the eyes with brilliance. If you would become a goldsmith, you must needs refine yourself as you would a gemstone. It will take much time and effort, and there is no guarantee of success. Should you be certain that this is the life you seek, speak to me once more. Before you can embark on your journey to become a goldsmith, you must first seek an audience with our guildmaster. Are you ready to do so? Yes. You shall find Mistress Serendipity on the work floor. Join just down the steps. Show her your burning desire to learn, and you are certain to receive her permission to join. I love Serendipity. She's so cute. Look at her. She's adorable. Stop right there, you little troublemaker. People are working here. Oh, pardon me. I had mistaken you for a moment. How? For a moment there, let's start over, shall we? What brings you here today, adventurer? Do you perchance have aspirations to become a goldsmith? Yes. Really? That's great news. Welcome, welcome. I am Serendipity, but you can call me Sarah. Or is that too informal? Sorry, I'm still unaccustomed to this whole guildmaster business. Ah, right. What did you say your name was? So again, Adrian? Oh, right. Arietta Stormstrike. Well then, Arietta Stormstrike, work hard, and one day your creations may line the shelves at Estane's Aesthetics. Trust in yourself, and you can achieve anything. Well, that was sufficiently inspiring, I trust. Good. Next order of business, here is your new chaser hammer. Well, I say new, but it's actually a bit weathered. But never you mind that. Just show me you know how to hold it so we can get started. Okay, and goldsmith is right after armor. Great, let's get started. Though to be honest, I'd swear you've done this before by the way you wear that hammer on your hip. Mind you, even if you do have some experience, a responsible guildmaster must ensure that our charges have a firm grasp on the fundamentals. Therefore, I command you to craft me a copper ingot. It's simple, really. All you need is copper ore and a wind shard. Our guild supplier, ACN, can supply you with copper ore, and I gave you a few wind shards along with your hammer. At least I think I did. If it turns out you don't have any, you'll need to get some yourself. Isn't this exciting, Arietta? Your first real challenge as a member of the Goldsmiths Guild. Show me the ingot when you're done. Good luck! Okay, thank you. She's so precious. All right. All the quests, all the quests, all the jobs, all the quests. Bitter Snow. What have you to say, Bitter Snow? Bitter Snow's eyes are those of a man in love. Wrought with worry and doubt, he appears to be waiting for someone who has yet to arrive. What could be keeping her? My beloved Yellow Moon and I promised to meet at this very spot, but 2 bells have passed and I have nary a word from her. Gods, I hope she's all right. As much as I wish to go off and find her, I simply cannot. What if she were to come in my absence? Please, would you search for her in my stead? It's possible she's somewhere near the Weavers Guild. She always enjoyed watching the... By the gods, do you think she's left me for someone more dapper? I try not to look a bumpkin, but I've no mind for fashion. I'm so sorry, dude. I know this Yellow Moon you speak of, and... Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, you can get to the goblet from here? I never noticed. Okay. Well met, adventurer. You stand within the Miners' Guild, the place where seekers of the realm's mineral wealth gather. With pickaxe and sledgehammer, we miners work rock and earth that they might yield us ores, fossils, precious stones, and more. If you have a mind to join our ranks, you will be pleased to know that we are currently recruiting. Great riches await those with strong backs and keen eyes. Yes, please. A decision you will not regret. You've just taken your first step towards striking it rich. To look at the lands around Ul'dah, one would be forgiven for thinking the region barren of opportunity, but beneath the surface, the scene could not be more different. There lie veins of copper, silver, and gold beyond measure. For as long as he has dwelt in Thanalan, man has availed himself of the vast deposits, giving rise to a thriving mining trade, which forms the foundation of our nation's prosperity. Of course, the mining trade is, as is today, owes much to an event which took place some century and a half ago, namely the Mad Mithril Rush. Never before had the Sultanate seen such an influx of migrants. Endless throngs came from lands near and far, spurred on by the dream of discovering the mother lode. Alas, a harsh reality awaited them. You see, the vast majority of these poor souls were miners in name alone, and they possessed neither the proper equipment nor the training to realize their dreams. To make matters worse, the mining concerns, who in those days held absolute power, did not scruple to exploit them. Presented with a glut of unskilled labor, they proceeded to fill every tunnel to bursting, and atrocious working conditions soon became the norm. Miners were paid a pittance for back-breaking labor and saw naught of the riches they unearthed. Pushed to breaking point, the workers banded together to form the Miners' Guild, with the aim of improving conditions while protecting the integrity of the trade. Since then, we have sought to educate folk in correct mining practices, both to prevent accidents and to curb the impact that our trade has upon the environment. I trust you now have a better understanding of what we do. All that is left is to commit your name to our role. When you are ready to do so, pray speak with me again. I shall guide you through the enrollment procedure. So, are you ready to join the Miners' Guild? Music to my ears. I, the kind made with one's pickaxe, strikes gold. You must introduce yourself to Guildmaster Adalberta right away. Her approval is required if you are to be formally admitted into our ranks. In case you're unaware, Adalberta is perhaps the most accomplished of those miners who still swing a pickaxe. Her understanding of her trade is unsurpassed, and her flair for prospecting uncanny. Her brain, in short, is a veritable gold mine of knowledge, much of it concerning the mining of gold. Ha ha! Jesting apart, you stand to learn a great deal from her. When you are ready, pray present yourself to Adalberta. You will find her down the steps yonder, over by the bar. I love that this guild has a bar. Well met, adventurer. Adalbert is the name, and I'm the master of this guild. I take it you wish to become a miner. Well, our doors are always open to all who aren't afraid to work hard and get dirty. Thanks to recent advances in refining techniques, it is now possible to smelt even low-purity ores. I mention this because it's allowed us to reopen a number of the mines which were long thought exhausted, prompting trade to flourish. Truth be told, with business as it is at the moment, we can't take on enough new miners. And few folk make better miners than adventurers, you being a hardy lot. What's more, you're well-traveled, which serves to expand the guild's sphere of activity. Oh, but I'm not suggesting you join solely for our benefit. For your part, you'll acquire skills that will prove to your profit. A mutually beneficial arrangement, I trust you'll agree. So what say you? You will join us, yes? Ready to work hard and get dirty? Then I bid you welcome to the Miners' Guild. May your toils never go unrewarded. Now then, here's a pickaxe to get you started. It's not the newest, but it should serve a novice well enough. Go and take it up. See how it feels in your hands. Speak with me again when you're ready, and I'll assign you a little task to help you get into the swing of things. Ha, because you are swinging the pickaxe. That's incorrect. Okay, there we are. Okay, so miner. It goes over here. Okay. You look good with a pickaxe, Arietta. Now that you're suitably equipped, your training can commence. A miner learns her craft best in the wilderness with pickaxe in hand. To begin, let's see how you fare with good old copper ore. Bring me, say, 10 chunks. There are deposits of the stuff throughout Thanalan. I doubt you'll have to go very far outside the city. Seek out some promising locations outside the Gate of the Sultana and the Gate of Nald, and swing away. The motion may feel awkward at first, but in time it'll become second nature. No, I'm not giving her the copper ore that I just got. I have a mind to drain a pint, so hurry up and speak your business. She wants how many bloody garnets? 7, hell's lass. They don't grow on trees. But more than that, this lad what fancies himself the next to Franz the Fair ought to worry less about style and more about swordplay. Any road, I'll do my part to ensure the little bastard gets bedecked in all the god-stemmed garnets he can afford. And if he dies in his first fight, well, at least he'll leave a pretty corpse. Okay. Okay, so I need the copper I currently have because reasons for other quests. However, I will go and get more because, of course. Yes, there we are, the Weaver's Guild. Where am I going? The wrong way, obviously. Okay. So many low-level quests. How many quests do we have right now? 21 out of 30. We might have to go finish other quests before we pick up all the ones in Thanalin. Oopsie. Something in a cream? Oh, whatever shall I do? This dress, I just can't seem to finish it. Oh, the design is flawless, absolutely flawless, of that I have no doubt, but I simply cannot settle on a color for the life of me. How would you like to conduct a bit of field research for me? I'm dying to know what color the ladies of Ul'dah are wearing these days, especially on the Houston Strip. And when you're finished, please call on Lusu at the Alchemist Guild. The woman is a wizard with dyes. Have her cook up whatever color you find is most popular. Okay. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the wellspring of Ul'dah in fashion. From humble thread, our peerless artisans weave wonders, dreams in fabric form. We are renowned as Eorzea's finest purveyors of quality textiles, and as her foremost arbiters of style. Needless to say, such renown was not won without effort. Ours is a tremendously demanding profession, you see, but also a highly rewarding one. It is little wonder that so many adventurers have set their hearts upon joining us. Might you be one of them? Ah, I thought as much. Then I'm sure you're eager to learn all about our illustrious history. As I'm sure you know, Thanalin can be a perilous place, its vast deserts being wont to punish the unprepared, while a menagerie of ferocious beasts stalk the sands. The greatest foe is, of course, the midday sun. And so, ever since man set foot in this region, he has favored light flowing fabrics that shield him from the sun's rays while allowing his skin to breathe. Of course, Uldans have ever been a people of taste, and demand for more extravagant designs spurred innovation, resulting in textile goods whose appeal extended far beyond our borders. Merchants had little trouble selling Ul'dah fabrics in foreign markets, so great was their reputation for beauty and quality. And when traders from those same markets sought to peddle their lesser products in Thanalin, well, it gave us little cause for concern. Sunsilk tapestries is synonymous with the textile trade in Ul'dah, you see. Those who come here hoping to peddle cheap rags swiftly learn the price of doing business in our territory. Wiser men and women with an interest in our trade choose instead to join the guild, which the company generously operates for the betterment of Ul'dah society. We offer our members the tools and techniques needed to become successful, and should they prove themselves especially skilled, they may even be offered direct employment at Sunsilk Weavers. Just imagine, adventure. Your designs could one day dictate the course of Ul'dah fashion. If you desire such fame and influence, then you might be granted a place with us, provided that you are willing to embrace hard work. To ensure candidates can endure the rigors of our profession, our guildmaster has taken it upon himself to evaluate each one personally. When you are ready to submit yourself to his rigorous scrutiny, say the word. Are you ready to meet the guildmaster? First impressions are everything, and you do not want to present yourself poorly. Excellent, though I do wonder if your attire is appropriate for the occasion. You'll find the esteemed Redolent Rose supervising guild operations over yonder. He is, how shall I put this? He is relentless in his pursuit of excellence. So long as you demonstrate that you are similarly committed, he will treat you fairly and with respect. First, we gotta deal with Yellow Moon over here. Buyer got to be good. Just look at me. This hair, this outfit, they don't match at all. I look atrocious. What was I thinking? Oh, I can't let Bitter Snow see me like this. Maybe the last tunic was best after all. Or, no, perhaps the blue? Bitter Snow is waiting for me, but I haven't anything to wear. You're back. If it is work you seek, the Weavers Guild welcomes you. Indeed, your timing is impeccable. A soiree is to be held with all of Ul'dah's elite in attendance. Once the invites were sent out, the orders came in, and that with a fury. Every lord and lady from Cape Deadwind to the Cinderfoot is demanding the latest fineries. I need hands, and I need them now, yet I cannot spare the time to go off in search of them. Would you care to aid us, friend? I ask no more than you welcome to our doors any willing souls you might find. Come, let us see how you fare. Show me your warmest welcome. Spell. Look, warm welcome. Excellent. I dare say I would work for you myself. Now hurry off. We need those people. What do we have here? Another adventurer in search of thrills and excitement? Shall I dance you a merry jig? No? Well, if this fails to please you, I suggest you run along. Perhaps the women of the Ruby Road Exchange will be more to your liking. Oh, so you mean to become a weaver? Then we have something to discuss after all. I shall be blunt. Weaving is an art, and like all true artists, we must make sacrifices and suffer for our trade. So tell me, adventurer, are you prepared to suffer? Are you prepared to suffer? So you say, but only time will tell. In any case, you'll need equipment to get started. This needle should suffice for now. I need not explain what a needle is, I trust. Good. Then hold it as you would when sewing, and show me when you're ready to begin. Needle. Okay. Let me put this here. And I think Weaver is our last hand and land job? No. What are we missing? Leatherworker? No, it should be. Did I miscount somewhere? So, miner, botanist, fisher, carpenter, blacksmith, armorer, goldsmith, leatherworker, weaver. Unlucky. Alchemist, culinarian. Yeah. I was correct. Well, well, you look like you were born to hold one of those. Even so, I suggest you keep it somewhere safe, especially when clambering over haystacks, as I shan't be issuing you another. Now, you certainly look the part, but it remains to be seen if you can play it. I bid you craft me a spindle of hempen yarn. A trifling task, yes? Well, I do hope you find it so. Should it seem even remotely testing, you have no future in this guild. To make hempen yarn, you will require moko grass and lightning shards. The former can be purchased from our own dear Gigima. The latter you will have to find yourself. Yeah, okay. Okay. We are slowly but surely getting all the jobs. And all the quests. We can't do those quests, but we can nab that Aethernet shard. And then we need to head to Steps of Nuld. While we're here... medicine for the sick? An earthy-smelling medicine created by budding alchemist Aelwyn Elder. Ha! We're not fools, lass. We know full well that Buster Aelwyn is up to. But we'll accept his medicine nonetheless. Look at us. Beggars can't be choosers. Might be a mere experiment to him, but to us it's a matter of life and death. If we've got to choose between this bastard swill and nothing at all, is it really a choice? Few come here by choice, and fewer still bearing medicine. Your kindness shouldn't go unrewarded. This vase is important to us, but I want you to have it. It's just some old pottery, I know, but it might be valued by collectors of cultural artifacts. There are men who are willing to pay good coin for such objects. If you go to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, chances are you'll find one of them. God. I always just feel so freaking bad for the Alamegans. Like, they're suffering so much. That guy's having a good time. Welcome, welcome! What might a discerning lady like yourself be looking for today? The crack was there before you found it. Honest. Permit me to examine this vase of yours. I hope you did not spend too much coin on this trash. A flood of like items brought in by refugees has destroyed what demand once existed. The markets are fickle, my friend. If you lose sight of current trends, you stand to lose everything, as I once did. Market wards once bore my name, until fate and hubris reduced me to this. For your sake, I pray that you do not have to learn this lesson the same way I did. Okay. Yeah. Sad. Okay. Aethernet shard. Please, thank you. Chocobo. And more questy quests. We've almost got all the jobs that we can get now. Like, obviously there will be plenty more later, but for now, we've almost got all the jobs we can get. Okay. Psst! You there! Yes, darling, you! They say you're the lass with the brass. Well, they call me that too, but for a different reason. Name's Fimomin, and I earn my keep as a dancing girl in these markets. Aye, it's a living and a good one, but it's not exactly what I set out to be when I bid farewell to the mudflats. I know, I know. Isn't that the way the tale curls? Still, I should like to be one of those dancers Dexter. You know, the sort they engage for the grand balls. To be a dancer of craft, not mere wiles, and keep company in high society? Of course I'd have to learn proper sort of dancing. Less shimmy, more stately. And that's where you come in, darling, 'cause I've got a quandary for you to track down. They say a dancing master named Guileno is in town. All the high-born ladies are aflutter wanting to take lessons with him. He's the best, that's the word. This is my chance to be something finer than Minnie the Minx. Go to the Steps of Thal and ask around about him, won't you? Will do. But not yet. And what do you want, Wymond? So, you're How are you taking to Ul'dah, Arietta? How do I know your name? Heh, information is my stock in trade, venture. You'd be amazed what I know. Long as you're here, mayhap you can do me a favor and take this missive to Josias at the Platinum Mirage. It's just over yonder, and the man'll even give you some gil for your trouble. If only all work in the city was this easy, eh? Yeah, okay. And I need to attune to the Aetherite. Oh, she's having a good time. Alright, we're getting close to having explored the entire city and picked up all the quests and all the jobs. Whew. Lots of work. Lots of it. So much. Okay. Tell me, what brings you here, friend? Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to that coin purse of yours, Well, you're in luck. The pugilists have just placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had the pelts of a few snapping shrews. What say you, friend? Care to help a merchant down on his luck, Bring me 5 snapping shrew pelts, and I promise to make it worth your while. You can find the creatures roaming Central Thanalan. Yeah, okay. Okay. Do you have business with the Platinum Mirage this morning? Oh no, he's back! This unmarked envelope contains a missive penned by local businessman Wymond. A missive from Wymond? Well, alright then, let's have a look. Bird is barren, let the hounds feast. So it goes. Oh, this? Well, you see, the guild is often contracted to provide protective services. Unfortunately for this particular petitioner, Wymond's investigation has revealed his finances to be wanting. Maybe adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fend for himself, I'm afraid. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training, we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet, which we employ to great effect in battle. There is no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. If you would walk the path of the pugilist, I highly recommend you add your name to our roll. What say you, friend? Yes, a decision you will not regret. But before we proceed to the paperwork, it is essential that you know something of our guild's storied past. Since time immemorial, man has... This is so freaking distracting. Oh my god. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorzea, each evolving independently of one another. The origins of pugilism as we know it, however, can be traced back to staging of bare-handed bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, beginning their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when barehanded fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread amongst the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. This woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollment, you must first obtain the guildmaster's approval. Let me know when you are ready to meet him. So, are you ready to present yourself to the guildmaster's inspection? Yeah. Master Hammond is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the Blood Sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Heh, past time you got your arse back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? Eh? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer, there never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. What? You're here to enroll? Oh ho ho, well why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as guildmaster, I would be glad to have you as... give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. While we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can pugilist realize his potential. Yarr! Cough, wheeze, crikey. I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, lass, and give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Dude, I frickin' feel you. Alright, joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Can you go the distance? I can go the distance. I will find my way. Yes, you have the fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, lass. To help you on your way, I'd add some names to your hunting log, opponents that you might hone your skills against. And so, as to make a budding pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of hora. They're a tad old and rusted, but that'll serve to make you look meaner, I reckon. Now, I have in mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons and let me know when you're ready to begin. Oh, jeez. I leveled up Weaver by becoming a pugilist. Sure. Pugilist is before Lancer. Okay. Looking every bit a pugilist, lass. Now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanalin. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Now, this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight using the horror I just gave you. It counts for naught if you skewer the beasties with a spear or fry them with a spell, say. Yeah, okay. Okay, and Gelther. Hey, you! I saw you looking at me. You got something to say? Huh? No? Well, I do! You know Diddy-Lotta? Short, broke, never pays what he owes? Yeah, that bleeding horse son. Tell him to pay up or I swear by the 12 I'll beat him so hard it'll feel like the second coming of Dalamud. If I see that little shite's face, I'll end up pounding him into a bloody pulp like as not. So you go and tell him! Whoa. Buddy. Calm down. And we're just gonna run. get your face smashed. Oh, gods be good. Gelter's goon. All right. I'll give back every gil I owe. I swear it. But no more beatings. I beg of you. Look, I haven't got the gil on hand, but I do have this ring. As ain't much to look at, but it'll surely fetch a high price. Was me dear departed mum's wedding ring. God's rest her soul. But she'll understand. Show it to my maid over at the ossuary, and you'll get your coin. Yeah, this place is shit. Yay. Can I move yet, please? Okay. I am Erasmus of the Order of Naldthal, and I am charged with studying the anatomy of this region's fauna and the environs in which they dwell. For the dark hour of our order is death itself. The dark art of our order is death itself, and power over death can come only through knowledge of life. One day I shall publish my findings in a single comprehensive volume, The Many Breaths of Thanalin, but there is much work to be done before that day. Aid me, sister. Bring me 5 bottles of marmot blood, and perhaps I shall name you in a footnote. Marmots are hardy creatures that can thrive nigh everywhere. You will most certainly find them just outside the city in western Thanalin by way of the gate of the Sultana. Do take care. They can be feisty little critters when threatened. Yeah, okay. Welcome to the Thaumaturgist Guild. It is fate that has guided your steps here, friend. Within these hallowed halls, the arts of devastation are taught, primeval magics with which to bring about an enemy's ruin. If you would join our ranks and wield the power of thaumaturgy, I urge you to seize this moment and confide in me your arcane ambitions. Yes, there truly was no other answer, was there? Lean closer now and I shall whisper to you of thaumaturgy's beginnings. The nation of Ul'dah inherited its traditions from ancient Belladia, a city founded by the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of these illustrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Naldthal, who have passed them down from generation to generation ever since. Focused and refined over centuries of use in the Order's funeral rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as the art we now know as thaumaturgy. A freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life. The Dweimars employed in the preparation of the dead are equally efficacious when applied to the living. Thus does our guild thrive in the depths of Arzanath Ossuary, a sanctuary devoted to Thal, the divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say you then, adventurer? If you would plumb the abyssal depths of thaumaturgy, let our learned sages guide your descent. But before you leap into the darkness, you must prove to our guild masters that you are possessed of the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which waits therein. When you are ready to submit to the judgment of our most eminent mages, say the word. Well, adventurer, will you join our guild, or do you presume to ignore the urgings of impatient destiny? A wise decision indeed. To prepare you for your initiation, I would have you study the volumes of fundamental thaumaturgical principle, all 108 of them. Or at least, I would, if such requirements had not been abolished. Too great a deterrent to fresh novices, they said. I suppose you will just have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guild masters. We have 5, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield supreme authority, it is the eldest who provides a singular voice for the guild when one is required. Master Coco Biogo, I believe. Greetings, adventurer. What brings you to Arzeneth Ossuary? One look at this extravagant ring would make anyone question Didalada's mother's taste in finery. You wish to sell this heirloom on behalf of Didalada? Very well. It is most unfortunate when drastic measures must be taken, and doubly so when the item in question is fake, and such a gaudy, poorly wrought one. Also, you do know that our appraisals are not free. Normally, this fee is subtracted from the agreed value. Alas, considering the negligible value of this ring, I'm afraid you will still owe us. However, since this is a rather unusual circumstance, we will waive the fee this once. No need concern yourself with the bauble. I will personally see to its disposal. Ouch. God, this game. Who? What? Oh, false teethness, did your mother never tell you not to startle a thaumaturge? Look at the expectant face, Cocobigo. This lady is obviously a new applicant for the guild seeking audience with our eldest brother. Oh, prelate, Yaya K. Now, she can recite the 307 verses of the funerary rites of the virtuous fallen, but the simple task of keeping our names straight seems ever beyond her grasp. Blah! Well, I for one find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, my dear. My merriment was not meant to mock your mistake. It is our sibling Kokobuki with whom you should speak. What is this? What is this? Thal has led to us a new aspirant? Ah, Kokobuki! Were you here the entire time? Greetings, child. I am Kokobuki, the eldest, and I would venture to say the wisest of the 5 masters of the Thaumaturge's Guild. It is my solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiates with a succinct understanding of our beloved art. Thus I would have your fullest attention. To wield thaumaturgy is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the destructive capabilities of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzards, somnolence, the thaumaturge calls upon an expansive arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and obliterate all manner of adversaries. Open your mind to our sorceress teachings, and you too shall soon hold the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidden chasm of thaumaturgy's secrets, for advancements in this art comes only from the completion of deadly and terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap into the abyss in pursuit of power unrivaled? Are you prepared to leap into the abyss? Yeah. A confident response. Your name, if you will. Very well, Arietta. Let us mark your initiation with 3 eminently practical gifts. My first gift to you shall be an addition to your hunting log, the names of such enemies that will prove suitable to your training as a thaumaturge. The second and third gifts are the scepter and shield, instruments you shall need to focus the destructive force of your will. Did you believe your initiation over? My dear disciple, we have only just begun. Take your new weapons in hand, and I will set you forth upon your first trial. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that and square maple shield? No! Thank you. Jeez. Okay. And Thaumaturge is before Arcanist. No, I didn't mean to click you, sorry. Okay. I think all of that is set up correctly. Okay. And he moved. The scepter well complements the avid desire for destructive power written upon your features. Are they? Now, we shall complete your initiation with a trial to test the limits of your aptitude for channeling thaumaturgy. Huge hornets, star marmots, and snapping shrews inhabit this land in abundance. Exercise your sorceress might and slay 3 of each of these creatures before returning to my side. Everyone is happy now. Here I am for the tail end. Was your phone blowing up? Is that what that was? Okay, I believe this is the last quest we can pick up in the city. A good note to end on. Hihito has had enough of her husband's poor work ethic. How can the ossuary demand such exorbitant contributions every single moon? It's outrageous, I tell you. Don't they understand that a woman has needs? How do they expect me to pay for rouge and sunsilk dresses and feed my marmot? Oh, if only I had the foresight to marry a more ambitious man. This is all his fault. If he just worked harder and showed some initiative, surely he would be rewarded, maybe even promoted. If things don't improve, it won't be long before I join the beggars in Pearl Lane. Save me from this cruel fate. I beg of you, speak with my husband, Bobo Nima, and find some way to motivate him. You should find him at the Coliseum entrance, wearing one of those ridiculous outfits. Alright. Jeez. And our quest log is at 28 out of 30. We managed. We managed. All right, everybody. We are just shy of 4 o'clock. My throat is very sore from doing all the voices. But hey, we made it to Ul'dah. We now have all the jobs available to us. And we have an extremely full quest log. And all the quests that we are currently capable of doing in Ul'dah. So, yeah, my throat is super sore. It turns Ul'dah into Olga. I'll have to fix that in the program once I'm off stream. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. My throat hurts pretty bad. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate seeing everybody in chat. Yeah, this has been fun. We have made a lot of progress, and we look super cute doing it. So, yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you. And I ask that you take care of yourselves. So, just gonna real quick in chat. If you enjoyed your time here, please drop me a follow. If you want to start watching the VODs from the beginning, just drop the YouTube link so that you have a chance to watch the series from the start. If you are on Twitter, feel free to follow me. No, I just dropped the link for that because that is where I'm going to be giving a lot of updates. It's where I put cat photos of Nikki usually being a brat, and also where I just have some additional content and what I'm doing between doing the streams and working on videos and such for the YouTube. And as I said before, it is of course not required, but would be greatly appreciated by the families and victims. But I'm dropping in the charity links. Twitter is on cooldown for 17 seconds. Sorry, Seki. It does let you do it, but Yeah, it's on a cooldown so it doesn't spam chat. So pretty much all the commands that I'm dropping are ones that you can also do, but they are on cooldown so that it just doesn't like fill the entire chat wall. But yes, I've put in a charity link for Black Love Resisting the Rust, who are working to connect people to mental health services and fund them, as well as getting access to fresh foods in Buffalo, New York, uh, because that is a food desert. So access to fresh foods is already limited, and with a grocery store being currently closed due to the awful events of the weekend, finding food has become even more difficult. So, if you are willing and able to do so, that is a great charity to donate to. The second one I put in there is a fund for the victims and families from the Irvine Taiwanese Presbyterian Church to help them as they process the tragedy that happened in their congregation as well. So, I both of those links are also on the Twitter. But yeah, thank you all for coming to watch the stream and hang out with me today. I'm feeling a little bit better and a little bit more hopeful after what has been kind of a crappy several days for pretty much everyone. So thank you. Please take care of yourselves. Make sure you hydrate. I will be finishing a full cup of water after this. And I will be seeing you on Friday to celebrate 1 full month of stream. Because Thursday is the 1 month anniversary of when I started streaming on Twitch. So we are going to be spending Friday leveling up all the jobs we just got, doing all the quests we just got in Ul'dah, and dealing with my cat who is just now starting to scream because she's awake. It is 4 p.m. and she says stream is over, so I must go attend to the baby. Yes, Nikki, hi. All right. You all take care and have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. Bye.